All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to she instantly regrets divorcing her husband. No, 30 years. What? 30 years? Man, she wanted to 3 or 4. Okay, let's jump
Or
in.
you're ending your relationship with your best friend. And then you're left with nobody. So, I understand the point. He was a good dad. He was a good husband. He just lacked in a very major area. I don't know how to fill this huge gap. I had an active household. Now I don't have that at all. And I just don't know how to replace it. Is how lonely it made me feel for what I have now and what I've lost. So for those women that are in the same situation where you're ending the relationship with your best friend after 30 years of a marriage, I sympathize. I understand the pain.
Welcome back, family. Today, we are going to review this modern woman who decided to leave her 30-year-old marriage to go back to the streets just to get pumped and dumped. Let's first start by watching her admitting that her ex-husband was actually a great dad and a great husband.
I always say, man, I hate to say it, but it might be true, though. Females don't really grow, man. Cannot be true. Cannot be true, guys. Let me know in the comment section below.
This is a very complicated point.
Man.
And this is one of the things that I faced that was the hardest for me to make the final decision to leave, is because he's not a bad dad. He's a great dad. My children were blessed with a very good father. And honestly, I had a really good husband. Other than these issues, I understand. But in terms of like sharing parental responsibilities, sharing responsibilities around the house, grocery shopping, cooking, like all of that, he was a good.
And this is a good reason why you should not be swiping or switching gender responsibilities. Right here, she despises her husband. She's saying all the good things at the same time. She's contradicting herself. She's trying to qualify herself, and that way she can mitigate or avoid the criticism that is gonna about to come. That's what she's trying to do, guys.
Provider. So I think that was I definitely struggled with making my final decision to call it over because he was my best friend. I read my journal on like the day before I got that May 1st letter in 2019. I was happy.
So what happened?
We called each other multiple times throughout the day. If I ever have a win of any kind, he would be my first call. I lost all of that. I mean, other than the friends that I also lost, I lost my best friend.
Making no sense.
Not replace that person. I just don't have anybody to call now if I have a win, which is probably part of this TikTok. So I'm sure there's other women out there that have felt the same
crappy hubby. Wow. He was just a crappy hubby, man.
You're ending your relationship with your best friend. And then you're left with nobody. So I understand the point. He was a good dad. He was a good husband. He just lacked in a very major area.
Yeah, the butterflies.
Fucking complicated for the person who finally has to call it over.
That means, guys, that you don't have to do this, guys. But become a man that is just desired by other women, guys. You don't have to act on it. I don't promote cheating or sleeping with other women while you're in marriage, but you have to become that type of guy. You have to become a guy that's very desirable for women. Sadly, you're even in a own marriage. You have to do that, guys. It means you have to work out, make sure you have your frame on in the right spot, become a leader of your family. All these things that just keep them attractive. You become like a hubby, like a dad bod kind of type of guy. This is what's gonna happen. Being nice is not enough. Being nice is not enough, guys.
So for those women that are in the same situation where you're ending the relationship with your best friend, after 30 years of a marriage, I sympathize. I understand the pain.
There's
What the
none.
hell would you end a freaking 30-year-old marriage with a great husband and come to cry on social media for sympathy?
Yep.
If your husband was such a great man, why don't you focus more on the positive side of things and less on the negatives? That is how you can compromise and gradually work on your differences as a couple. This is one of the ways successful couples actually do things. I personally know why she left her 30-year-old marriage, and I will show it to you
Oh,
at
yeah,
the end
really?
of the video. But right now, we are going to watch her cry while regretting her decision of leaving her husband when loneliness hits hard.
So I promise that I will always be as honest as possible with all y'all. And I was humming and hawing as to whether I was going to post this. But I know I'm not the only one who has this issue. The unintended consequences that I didn't foresee going to Easter dinner on Sunday is how lonely it made me feel for what I have now and what I've lost. And I spiraled and have been in bed for the last 2.5 days.
Oh, depression.
Total honesty.
Depression.
I actually had a session with my therapist on Thursday, and I had said to her that I just don't know how to replace this chasm of emptiness that I have in my life.
It's easy. I can help you with that. Go back to your husband and tell him I'm sorry. Go back to your husband and tell him I'm sorry. Ex-husband, that matters. I'm sorry. Because right now you're just drowning on guilt. That's what it is. You're drowning in guilt. Not only you're drowning in guilt, the more the time passes, the more you will become depressed. Because you regret making that wrong decision. And if you're gonna go back to him, he probably will say no. But if there's a chance that he say yes, you will become the third or the second girl in his life. And you have to be okay with that, because you already destroyed the most important. You destroyed the trust, which is very hard to. Guys, in relationships, trust is a very important aspect, and it's very hard to build. You do something like this, man, you become like because most of them, they want to go back to their ex-husband. If the ex-husband is very smart, she can literally put her in rotation, and that's it. Go back to your husband and apologize.
And I don't, for all of you that have gone through this and, started again later in life, especially in a brand new city, I don't know how to fill this huge gap. And, I had an active household. And now I don't have that at all. And I just don't know how to replace it. So if anybody has any ideas, let me know. I would love to hear how you did it.
No, you already had a lovely home, and you decided to destroy it because of your own selfish desires. Guys, this woman decided to divorce her husband and leave the city where they lived for over 24 years, just so that she can be free to ride the cock carousel like it was 1999. In this next clip, she will demonstrate by herself how she is really from these streets by showing you how many sexual partners she had.
You see, this is what happened. These are the women that are destroying other women. You see, you become the soap opera. You become the little monkey. You become the entertainer. So they always giving you bad advice, and that way they can just get that little emotional arousal right here. right here. And TikTok is just filled with these type of women.
In less than 2 years after she left her husband.
Okay, I saw this message and I thought, you know what, that's fair. So I just thought I would recap, like the ones that you don't have to worry about anymore. And then I'm like, I don't know what this list says about me, but these people are, they're not around anymore. So it doesn't matter. So, I mean, I could create a spreadsheet, but this is who's remaining. I don't know, that's going to be backwards, but so Mars, Polo, and RV. So let's talk a little bit. So Mars I've actually been seeing since November of last year, and it's friends with benefits. Let's just be honest. He is attractive as all get out. He's younger. He's around 40. He's intelligent and lovely.
Basically he's into cougars and milf.
And we see each other every couple of weeks, and I really, really like him. But that's what that is. So Polo, I started seeing a week and a half ago. He's a year older than me, so he's 56. Oh wait, I'm 56. We're the same age. I forgot I turned 56. And he's lovely, and I really enjoy spending time with him. It's only been a week and a half.
Yo, she's 56. So. She looks old. The wall has hit so hard. She looks old, guys.
And then RV, little disappointing this weekend. It was his birthday, and I said, hey, if you want to get together, we can do something, even though we haven't really seen each other much in the last few weeks. So he's like starting to edge over to like this side. I'm not willing to give up on him yet, even though all my girlfriends just said I don't want to hear about him anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not willing to give up, but he's giving me no indication that he's at all interested. So I'm kind of being anyways. So that's who's remaining. I'm not.
She's proud to be at 304. This is insane. This is insane.
Looking to add anybody. I'm off the apps. I'm not looking to add anybody into the roster right now. I think we're good. So yeah, I hope that helps. I'm not quite sure what this says about me, but anyways, that's where we're at. Okay. I'll have updates this week. Bye, everybody. I have a date with Polo tomorrow night. Okay, bye.
Ma'am, you asked what this list says about you. Well, this list reveals that you are 100% for the streets. As you guys can see right now on your screen how she decided to start going to the gym to work out so that she can look good for Chad and Tyrone. These modern women never put so much effort to look their best for their husbands when they are in their marriages. But they sure do when they want to go have some fun in these streets. Yep. I will now show you the real reason all these modern women divorce their husbands. They destroy their families just so...
They're not even thinking about their kids, man. Their kid... Oh, man, this is so embarrassed. Such an embarrassment. Such an embarrassment. They're not even thinking about their family, guys. They just... doing whatever makes me happy.
So that they can chase after Chad and Tyrone's validation. In this next clip, you will see the excitement of this woman talking about her Chad, so that you guys can understand what I am talking about.
Okay, Mars. So we had messaged, I think we met on Tinder, and we had started messaging probably in October, and just flirtatious. Yeah, his nickname was Mars is because he has a job involving space and stuff like that. So anyways, it was just an easy nickname. And so around 40, attractive, and it was my first ever friends with benefits. And we met up for the first time in November. And consistently seeing each other until about just a few weeks ago. Anyways, I'll explain why. But man, if there was a way for a woman to feel desirable again, it is to it's to spend some time with somebody that one knows what they're doing, but then also just
that Chad and Tyrone right there. Because they have game, guys. And especially with females like this, when they're old, right? There's a high emotional threshold that you have to reach to just create some kind of butterflies. They went through 30 years of marriage, and there's a lot of things. Like, man, these guys have game, bro. These guys have game. They know that multiple guys are hitting her too, and they think that she think that they don't know.
I don't know, ladies, but mwah, he's great. And yeah, it was always the joke whenever I start dating somebody, it's like, it's important if they make me end it with Mars. Yeah, that good.
Yeah, lady, you crazy. You are crazy. You are crazy. You are crazy. What the hell's wrong with her? Like, I don't know what to say about her. Like, she's
A TikTok, because I actually heard from him yesterday, and so we're hopefully getting together in the next couple of days. So I know I still have to bring you up to speed on everything.
304. After all her debaucheries, she
To a city where I didn't have anybody, and
I mean, know what you guys in the comment section below. She's just one of those they wanted. It's just make the wrong decisions, and then she wants sympathy because these females are. Listen to me. Females are enjoying that they're not you in that comment section. They're enjoying it. They want you to be ruined. That way they can just feel good about themselves. That's why you're in that situation. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.